Hi everyone, this is Preeti from Preeti Insight, and I wanted to do another oracle message today from the Chronicles of Destiny. Let's see what comes up for today. What are the oracle messages for today? I hope you guys are having an amazing day today. I definitely am. And I hope the new year is serving you guys a lot better, and it stays that way. When I was about to shuffle this deck, I kept on hearing this word, consistency. So maybe, I don't know who needs to hear this. Like in anything, whatever you're doing, the goal is to stay consistent. The goal is to not, it's not about the destiny, it's about enjoying and staying consistent. And so, like in the new year, everybody start their resolution and everybody wants to do things and up to a certain point, and then sometimes we hit a plateau. So they're saying, like, even for example, if you have a goal to, for example, lose weight, don't worry about losing weight. Stay consistent. Even if you consistency, even if you just get up, get ready, show up at the gym or show up for a walk, even if you do it for 5 minutes, you're still staying consistent, right? Even if you don't feel like it, just still go for that exercise or walk or anything, because what that does is eventually you don't just go for a walk for 5 minutes. You end up going for a walk, right? And then you tell your brain, okay, let's go for a walk for 10 minutes more, maybe for 15 minutes more, maybe for 20. And then when you show up every day, it could be related to anything, your project, any project that you're starting. So they're saying the goal is to stay consistent, to not worry about the outcome, because the outcome will happen when you're staying consistent, right? And it may not show in the beginning or even in the middle sometimes, but it will start showing once you stay consistent, So it definitely took me a long time to realize that, but so that's the word for today, is what I was really hearing. Okay, so let's see. I'm gonna pick out one oracle card. I just really like this deck. Oh, two wants to come out, but I'm only gonna pick one. The Gatekeeper. Okay, so this is number 29, and I don't know if you guys can see it clearly. So this says the Gatekeeper. And I also would like for you guys to connect with your intuition. As soon as you saw this card, what really popped up in your mind? Something must have popped up. Connect with that, and go with that. Maybe that's what you need to know. Maybe that's what you need to follow. And it doesn't have to be, sometimes not, the one message doesn't resonate with everybody because there's so many people listening. But whenever you see a card, this card, because I do want you to connect with your intuition as well. When you see this card, you might connect with something, a thought is coming up, or you're feeling something in your body, or there's some sort of an emotion, right? So as soon as oh my God, I have actually 2 cards. I didn't know that. So the second card is balance. Okay, so I'm going to first pick up on what I'm getting for as a general message. When I look at this card, I see this woman, she's holding, maybe you see this key, she's holding a key, and I sense that, and there's a light, there's a candle light right there. When I look at this card, what I'm picking up on is that she already knows what she needs to know. Now she has to decide what she wants to do with this information. She's holding on to that information. I do sense that She's aware of some sort of information. Either for you, there's some information that you might be getting today, and you might want to act on it, but they're saying to hold off on that information, because there's something more that you need to know. Because there's a reason why I picked 2 cards today, even though I didn't want to. I usually these readings, I would like to do them very short, but they're saying that it's like she's very aware of something. She knows something, it may relate to you in your life. There's something that you know that right now you don't want to disclose that. Or maybe it could be that there's something that you're doing behind the scenes, right? You're studying for something, or you're in a relationship, you don't want to talk about it yet. They're saying you don't need to, because you yourself probably don't feel confident enough, right? And maybe you're feeling, okay, I need to first be sure about this. I need to first know that I can, I'm okay with this, right? And just like when I was picking up on the word consistency, when I was picking up the word consistency, it was more about, you don't have to announce to the whole world you want to lose weight. You don't have to do that. You just have to show up, and you just have to hold on to that, right? Information for yourself. You don't have to discuss it. You just do it for yourself to gain strength, right? You're holding on to that key, and you do it for yourself. The results will show eventually on its own. You don't even need to talk about it, right? So in this one, she's saying, I'm holding on to this information right now, and I'm aware of something. I do know something. I'm trying to gatekeep it for a reason, because I'm not sure if I'm ready for this information to come out yet. And it may be for you. Is this something that you do know about, maybe about someone? Maybe, there's information that you want to disclose, and maybe today is not the right day for that. They're saying to hold on to that. And if you're picking up on some sort of intuition with this card, go with that. If you're saying, Preeti, no, I can't keep this, I have to talk about this, I'm ready for this, go right ahead. And in this card, but before then, I also wanted to talk about numerology, number 29, right? So 2 is a number of balance, partnerships, working on this card about balance. So 2 is a number of balance, and it's talking about trying to be in moderation, right? In numerology, it's all about trying to be balanced. And number 9 is a sign of humanitarian completing things. And it's also a sign of, whenever I look at number 9, it's like I look at this card in tarot deck. It always comes up to me, the wishes. Your wishes are going to come true, right? So this woman, she doesn't want to discuss it yet. She's very aware. Maybe she's, manifesting it. She doesn't want to talk about it to anyone. She's holding on to this, and she's trying to manifest something in her life. It could be relationship. It could be anything. I'm really picking up on is that she's manifesting a relationship, and she's in a relationship with someone, and she's holding on to that key, holding on to that relationship. She doesn't want to disclose it. She doesn't want to talk about it yet. He or she, it doesn't have to be just that one gender, or any, it doesn't matter. He, she, or they, it doesn't matter. But with this card is, she doesn't want to talk about it because she does not feel ready yet. And when this card was attached to this, the first card, it really wanted to come out. The balance is the key, right? When in this card, number 2 and 9 came up, right? 29. The 2 was really asking you to learn to balance, and this card is validating again that she is trying to balance on her 2 feet with blindfolds on. They're telling you there's something that you're practicing, and you're doing something. You want to be able to do it like almost like a second nature. Like you don't even need to think. It's almost like they're showing me, like, you know, when you go for a drive, when you're driving somewhere, when you're driving every day somewhere, and you don't even think about it twice. It's almost like, and then you realize when you enter the destination, you're like, I'm already here. Like, how did I get there? It's because it becomes like a second nature, right? So with her, with this person, she is, you know what this card reminds me of? This card reminds me of that she needs to be cautious as well. She needs to be cautious. There's something that she's taking a risk with. You know, she wants to do something. But sometimes not everybody is supportive of that. Not everyone. And she needs to pick her friends and her people, those who are in her good circle, very wisely. He or she, anyone, any one of you. And they're saying to be careful. You see these bubbles. They're showing me that she's in her little bubble right now. And she's trying to do everything by herself. But she doesn't realize she does have her guides. She does have people in her corner. She does have her angels supporting her. And they are nudging her slowly and slowly. That, you know, you don't have to jump. You don't have to, you know, grow up a tree from a seed in one day. It's okay. Take your time. They're saying, look at this mouse and this, I think it's what is this one? It's a little picky. So they're saying that you just have to make sure that you just take one step, stay consistent, and if you want to safeguard the information today, you don't have to discuss it, you know. And this reading can resonate whenever you watch this video. It doesn't have to be just today. But she's also looking back. She's also making sure, am I doing the right thing? And her guides are saying, yes, you are. She's also said, do you see all these books? You know, they're showing me that it could be that you're in academics, you're in some sort of a program, or you're studying something, you're trying to prepare for something. You want to become excellent or master of some sort of a trade. And you're trying to learn that trade. You feel a little bit wobbly of that trade, or you feel wobbly in that education, right? Because you're new. It's like learning a new language and you don't feel comfortable talking about it. You're trying to gatekeep that information, right? And you don't have to talk about it because the results will show eventually. If you're learning a new language, the results will show when you start speaking that language. You don't have to tell people about it today. And with her books, when they're showing me, some of you, the guides are showing me, is that also probably studying Akashic records. It's not for everyone, but they're saying Akashic records. Akashic records is essentially, it's a form of spirituality. You know, it's in metaphysics, and you can research it. It's everywhere in Google. But they're showing me that some of you are really trying to study Akashic records. It could also be that you're trying to develop your own intuition, and you're trying to really focus on that, your spirituality. Maybe this is the guidance for you today, that if there's something you feel that you're feeling nudged to develop your own intuition, well, I shouldn't say develop. It's like you already have intuition. We all have that. You just have to connect back to it. You just have to open that door to it again, right? Sometimes we just don't trust it, and it's because it's so subtle. And they're saying maybe, you know, it's time for you to go within and you know, connect with it. But I'm also going to read, it was supposed to be a short video. I'm also going to read from the book what the book says. So number 29, The Gatekeeper. Okay. It says, well, I'm going to say short version of it because I don't want to read the whole thing. The Gatekeeper is a fortunate card because it may unlock an obstacle or a secret, open a door for you, or provide a lucky escape. Whatever the situation, imagine the gatekeeper appearing to unlock the problem and let you through. it is probably good to find this card in the outcome or final position, because whatever you're facing, you will come out all right in the end. So since this is not in the outcome position, this is just in the initial position, because right now they're telling this is initial, this is the outcome. So they're saying to wait. You don't need to right now know everything today, right? And they're saying, however, the keyhole shaped opening indicates that it provides an entrance or exit, but it never locks or closes anything. So it would still need to follow a less favorable card rather than precede it. So they're saying, just an example, if you may avoid one situation only to find yourself locked into another, whereas if the gatekeeper followed the songbird, it unlocks that restriction. The difference depends upon the ordering of the cards. So this deck is like, you know, when you do like a Celtic Cross deck, or I'm not using it as a whole reading, because I'm just trying to do it just one card, but like the second card came out. But they're saying that there is an obstacle that you're unlocking, right? You already have unlocked it in your mind. You already are very aware of it. It's a lucky escape. And if it doesn't feel like it, that today is the day for that, you don't have to do it today, because I'm really being guided to wait today. But if you're not ready, you don't want to wait about it, you are feeling like, I'm done gatekeeping this information, because it is a very good card, you know, then you don't have to listen, you just can talk about it. And the second card is number 30, which is balance. So this says balancing different aspects of situation, or keeping a balance in life, ability to retain balance, mental and emotional stability found through balance. So in anything we do, moderation is very, very important. Balance is very, very important. Essentially, that's what it means. I didn't want to read the whole page because I don't want to bore you guys with that. But yeah, that's all I have for today. The message that I'm picking up on is consistency is the key, and we don't need to talk about what we're doing every single time to every single person, because the results will always show on their own. Well, thank you so much for listening, and if it resonates, I really appreciate it. Bye-bye.